This is Valley News Live at noon.
Today is the calm before the storm, as a major winter storm is expected to move into the region later this week. So let's go straight away to Summer Schnellbach, who has the latest. Summer?
Thank you so much, JC. It's been and is going to be a busy week in the weather department. As you can see, we've had some rain in parts of the valley through this morning, kind of some lingering showers from yesterday, but this isn't even the tip of the iceberg when it comes to that winter storm we're talking about. Temperatures right now in the 30s and 40s with some rain here in Fargo. Earlier there was some snow in Jamestown, but that has now exited. Skies are clearing. You can see that area of rain still moving right through the Central Valley, moving into Lakes Country now. Perhaps we've had some wet snow mixing in as well. Over the last 24 hours, here's a look at radar estimated precipitation. The areas in yellow indicate about an inch, half an inch in the areas in green, and a little less in the Fargo area. We've had around a half an inch. Today, again, that break between systems. Tomorrow is when things really get started. Increasing wind, increasing rain, increasing snow, bringing us to our first alert weather day Wednesday. Heavy snow to the north and west, areas of rain south and east. Blizzard conditions possible. JC, we have a lot to go over here in Maine weather coming up in a few minutes, so stick around. You don't want to miss this forecast.
Lots of planning to do. Thank you, Summer. Yeah. New for you at noon, the West Fargo man accused of throwing a fatal punch that killed a father of 6 has now pleaded guilty. 36-year-old Tomas Cervantes pleaded guilty this morning to felony manslaughter in the death of 53-year-old Roberto Balboa. Documents show his second count of aggravated assault was dropped. The alleged assault happened last August when both Balboa and Cervantes were at a concert at the Speedway Event Center in West Fargo. Court documents say Balboa was pushed by someone and then he turned around to see who did it. He was struck in the face, knocked unconscious, fell and hit his head on the concrete floor. Cervantes' sentencing date has not yet been set. Also new at noon, former assistant track and cross-country coach for Oak Grove who shared child porn online will now have to register as a sex offender and spend time in jail. 35-year-old Daniel Stoa was sentenced to 3 years in prison, but he will first serve 60 days. Once released, Stoa has been ordered to 2 additional years of supervised probation. Court documents say that the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children got a tip from Twitter in January after 2 photos of children posing in a provocative manner were uploaded on its servers. Investigators later found more images in the user's Twitter messages. He admitted to being the account owner of that Twitter page. Authorities in Nelson County are searching for a burglary suspect. Officials say someone broke into several businesses along Main Street in Lakota this weekend. A dark 4-door sedan is considered a vehicle of interest. If you have any information on the burglaries, you should call police. A Mayville man is seriously injured and facing DUI charges after an early morning crash in Trail County. North Dakota Highway Patrol officials say just after 2 this morning, 30-year-old Skylar Robinson was driving east on Highway 18 when he lost control, making a right turn. The car then rolled into a ditch. Robinson was airlifted to Sanford and Fargo with serious injuries. Officials say he was not wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from the car. 31-year-old Ashley Feltis was a passenger and has non-life-threatening injuries from the crash. Officials say Feltis was taken by ambulance to Sanford and Mayville. Armed, dangerous, and still on the loose. Police are looking for a man suspected in a shooting in Pelican Rapids. If you see this man on your screen, call 911 and do not approach him. The Otter Tail County Sheriff's Office says Faudasa Prathine left the area of a shooting yesterday afternoon at around 2 in a black 2011 Toyota Tundra pickup with Minnesota plates. Officials say they received a call for a possible shooting around 2 yesterday afternoon, and scanner traffic indicates first responders were called to 113 Southeast 11th Avenue for a victim with a gunshot wound to the leg. There's no word on the condition of the victim in that shooting. A driver is in custody after a 100-mile-per-hour chase and a 2-hour manhunt in the Northern Valley. The Polk County Sheriff's Office says a deputy tried making a traffic stop yesterday afternoon on Highway 75 near Angus, Minnesota, but the driver took off and eventually abandoned the vehicle. Polk and Marshall County deputies, along with state troopers and the Minnesota DNR, searched for more than 2 hours before finally tracking the driver down 2 miles away. The suspect is in jail for outstanding warrants and fleeing from police. There may be more than meets the eye when it comes to common emojis. A text with a simple football or shopping cart could be code for drugs. The DEA warns drug traffickers are using the seemingly harmless emojis to buy drugs online. Here you can see that a football or shopping cart emoji could actually mean oxycodone. Others parents should look out for: the snowflake symbol could mean cocaine. On their own, the emojis don't indicate drug use, but coupled with a change in behavior or change in appearance, they could be a reason to start an important conversation with your teen. Coming up at noon, we have a closer look at the #1 player in golf's big win this weekend. But next, Summer Schnellbach is getting us prepared for that massive winter storm heading our way.